All right, man. What's going on, YouTube? I'm gonna have to get my email posted up if anybody's trying to touch bases with me, certain content or whatnot that you want to see. You'll have that option to actually email me and just tell me what you're interested in seeing, what I'm working on, what I need to go more in depth in. Um, like I said, I think I showed the 4L80E that is on the table. So that build is gonna be in the mix. You're going to see me learning as you could possibly learn to build, rebuild transmissions. I also have a 400 I'm going to be breaking down. I'll be digging into it. It's just something else I need to add to my resume. Certain stuff on it I'm good adjusting, but very minimum. Like breaking it all the way down to the core and rebuilding it is not in my it's not in my arsenal yet. It's just not. I feel like at this point in time, it should be. Oh, you do everything else, just not trying. I need to be able to do everything, man. It just, I expect a lot out of myself, man. Shout out to Steve Morris. I know he doesn't do transmissions. Like, I know everything about motors or mostly about motors, but I know absolutely nothing about transmissions. So, yeah, it's like that sometimes. But I got to change that. I look up to Steve Morris. He puts out amazing content and motors, engines, cars. But I have to strive to be better than that. So, not like I got to one up him, but, I can't stop at engines, just because he stopped at engines. I got to keep pushing. So, if you have people you look up to, you aspire, to be like, just try to be better than them, push that envelope. So, was just on IG, on live, explaining like, hey, real life happens. 90% of people have a budget. You have to be mindful of it. My saying is the math has to math. It's hard for me to do math in my head. I have to write it down or either put it in the calculator for bigger numbers. When you're talking about projects, you're talking about bigger numbers. So, I feel like any hot rider has had these like dreams, goals, plans. Oh, I want this car. I want it to be turbo. I want this car. I want it to be supercharged. The days of wanting a 350, 400 horsepower small block or fastly dwindling away. That's not most people goal. Some people still want just that car that sounds good and can smoke the tire, but a lot of people are stretching out for a really good street horsepower, and it costs money. So my suggestion is to write it down. Before you go buy or do anything, write it down and see what it's gonna cost on paper. Um, I have people hit me up and ask me about motors. Hey, how much to get this cost? Well, do your own due diligence, do your own research. Google. You got a smartphone. You can Google, hey, I wonder how much it'll cost me to get a 416 built. Okay, boom. Go Google it. You go look up a 416, you might see it costs $17,000. So when I tell you that I can build it for 12, you would understand, well, that's a really good deal. You know what I'm saying? But no, don't you can't knock somebody's price if you hadn't done your research to see what other people are charging for the same product. Okay. Um, on that tip of knowing what certain stuff costs, I guess understand what you need to do first. I was in a situation where I started building a car, and I probably should have started building a bigger shop first because I was doing so much stuff outside that it became very aggravating. Just like this, like going into summer and hurricane season, it's just raining. You can't do nothing, unless you got a shop. It's really aggravating. And you get to those situations, or it's really hot, or you're up north and then it's really cold. It's like, why are you starting on a project? You need to be getting a shopping line. And that's not to say that you can't do it outside. It's like if you have a option to build a shop or to get into a shop, it would be well worth it. It is terrible being outside, trying to chase a headlamp, moving lights around. It slows you down so much. since I had moved into the bigger shop and had, I guess, adequate light, stuff just sped up so fast. It really did. On the flip side of that, when I had the single car garage and I was only working on one car, stuff went really fast also. So don't get too many projects piled up. Like I said, I'm in a situation right now where I have motors in the way and I got to figure out what I'm going to do with these motors. Either get them into the motor room or what cars I want to put them into. And it's a bunch of projects going on. I have the Snowball Camaro. I have the X2 times two. It was going to be the Snowball Camaro. And then I have another one that was going to be the second Snowball Camaro. And then I have the 6th gen. That might be, I don't know. Like it all has to match up. Could be the third Snowball Camaro. So, it's like 4 Camaros. Still have the Trans Am, the Biggie Man, the nitrous car. Then I have the S10. It's going to be the Snowman S10. That's still the mix, plus the add-on, plus all the motors I got going on. So a lot of stuff right there that's always revolving in my head. That's always in the mix. And that has nothing to do with regular life. That is not what I do for a living. That is everything that I'm juggling on the side as a hobby. So keep that in mind. You can get a lot more done if you keep your projects down to a minimum. I do enjoy the build. You have to enjoy the build as part of the process because as soon as you get one going, it's like if you really enjoy the build, you're going to be on to the next one. So make sure when you get through with what you're building, you're going to be happy with it and you're not just chasing the build. I chase bills, so I have a bunch of projects. So make sure you can be excited when the build is actually done and you will enjoy it and not have to start on another one immediately, because that's what ended up costing me more than, I guess, just wanting cars to ride around in. I enjoy building. So I continuously try to make sure I got builds coming up. So all these builds I got coming up, I'm going to try to be showing them on YouTube. And like I said, man, I'll be getting the email posted. You got any questions, search stuff you want to see, man, you'll have that option to tap in.